Hello there, Flying Fox and Barry Reductions here. So I'm going to be doing a very interesting type of video. So I'm going to be going through some images or photos or photoshops of some fictional slash concept slash imaginary British standard gauge steam engines. So yeah. Since Daniel the Blue Schools class has done that sort of thing, I thought why not do the same thing? So I'm going to express my opinions if some of these images, some of these concept, or if some of these imaginary engines are either good or they are average, or they're mid, or they're just downright awful and should have never been drawn. So the ones that are super good would be engines that I wish would have existed, but the ones that are the worst, then, well, I'm just happy that these never existed. So yeah, I got a selection of engines, and we're gonna go through them. And like I said, it's just my opinion. So if you do have, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. So yeah, so if your opinions don't match the same as mine, then that's fine. So yeah, nothing that much to say. So let's waste no more time and let's go on with the first image. Oh, okay. So the first one is, I would normally say it's a Bulleid Pacific, but no, it's actually a Bulleid Mikado with a 282 wheel configuration. A Bulleid Mikado. Well, the Bulleid Pacifics, whether rebuilt or unrebuilt, these are my favorite steam engines in the world. Well, they may have not been. Well, they used to not be my number one favorite, but now they are. So, a Bulleid Pacific as a Mikado. It looks good. I mean, like, the concept of this is interesting. I mean, like, but like, I would have just, I was just about to say that Mikados do not work as express engines, but I just remembered that there is a Polish locomotive known as the PT47, and it also has a 282 wheel configuration, and it is an express engine. So, yeah, so, apart from the PT47 aside, I don't really think that would really work as an express. I mean, like, the overall design is interesting, it's just, it doesn't work. So, the Bulleid Mikado, no. Oh, an LNER B17, but only if it was a 480 and not a 460. To be honest with you, it's not really my cup of tea. I mean, it looks a bit too... It kind of reminds me of like, or not, it kind of reminds me of like an Australian locomotive. So I don't think this engine has a beat that I don't think that the B17 should have been like 480s. So I think that it just looks a bit too Australian in my opinion. That's just my opinion, okay? You can question me all you want, but I myself do not know. It kind of reminds me of an Australian engine. So the B17 480, no, not really my cup of tea. A Peppercorn Atlantic. Okay, no. This is just weird. This is just so uncanny. I mean, like, look at it. Look, I like Atlantics, but it doesn't work on a Pacific design. So, look, I like Arthur Peppercorn's designs. I mean, like, they are absolutely great, but, like, seeing a Peppercorn Pacific, but with a 442 wheel configuration. Ugh. No, it's not really my cup of tea. It's so unproportional. That's what I'm trying to say. It's unproportional. So yeah, no. Ugh, God, what have they done to Sea Eagle here? For some reason, I don't know what, but Sea Eagle's one of my favorite Peppercorn A1s. I have no idea. My number one's obviously Tornado, and my second is Cathedrals, and I think Sea Eagle's my third favorite. Do not ask why, because they're actually the same ones, but I think probably with the names that are true. But you know, they ruined Sea Eagle in this, so say what's the next one? The LNER Thompson Peters. Okay, now this is what Edward Thompson should have done to the LNER Grizzly P2s. This is what they should have looked like when they are rebuilt, not being converted into these stupid Pacifics where the cylinders are placed so far back and turning them well, they still would have been as mixed traffic engines, but look, I mean, just look at them. It's so proportional, and it's so good. I mean, like I said, this is what Edward Thompson should have done when he rebuilt the LNER Grizzly P2 Mikados. He should have kept them as Mikados, but then they changed them from streamliners to being like, well, normal types of steam engines or mixed traffic ones. So yeah, this is a great one. Whoever done this Photoshop, thumbs up to you. I mean, like, this is absolutely peak. This is peak. Awesome. Love this one. A Southern Railway Monsell 480. Okay, that actually is quite a good one, not gonna lie. I mean, like I kind of see, like, I don't know what to say. It just looks good. I mean, like, I have no idea why this doesn't exist, but it's good. I mean, like, I would like to see this one. I mean, again, it's not my most favorite, but a Southern Railway Monsell 480. It's quite interesting, not gonna lie. A Great Western Railway 42XX, but only if it was a 210. If it was a 210, okay. No, no, but please, it looks way too unproportional. It's just weird. I mean, look, I like big tank engines, but tank engines that have super big wheel configurations, it's not really my style, to be honest with you. It just, I mean, like, besides, with that kind of wheel config, like, the curves, I mean, like, since this is like a tank engine designed for, I think the 42XXs were designed for branch line work, then, I mean, like, with that kind of size, and with the added wheels, then, how would it manage around the curves at, like, especially with how many wheels it has? I don't know, but I know there are much more bigger engines out there, but no, I just can't help but say that. An LMS Stania 9F. Okay, look. If there actually was a Stania 9F, then I would have not been then I would have just said that the BR standard 9F is basically just Riddles' answer to the Stania 9F. But what about the design? It's good, actually. I think it's a very good design. Nothing that much to say about it, but it's good. An LMS Princess Coronation, but only if it was a 482 mountain type. No. It's weird. It's absolutely horrendous. It's just, it's so uncanny. It's so abysmal, atrocious. No, please. Look, no. An LMS Princess Coronation as a Pacific just looks weird, okay? You might, if you say that this is good, then I respect your opinion, but like, no, this is just mine. So, yeah, what's the next one? Ew! An LMS Princess Coronation, only streamlined, but if it was, I don't know if I could call this a duplex or an articulated engine. Okay, no. This is just, no, please, no. Okay, look, I like the Princess Coronations, but when I see them in a different wheel configuration, it looks weird. It's abysmal. So, an LMS Princess Coronation, but as a duplex / articulated question mark, it's just weird. It's just so unproportional. And besides, like, how could this thing even go? Were there any articulated engines in the UK? I'm not sure, man. I don't think there were any articulated steam engines in the UK, but a Princess Coronation as a duplex / streamlined, / articulated. No, that looks weird, okay? I do not want to see any British steam engine looking like this. No. Okay, Edward Thompson, the Thompson Pacific, but only if it was streamlined. Okay. Despite me being not a big fan of the LNER Thompson Pacifics, I actually think the streamlined version is actually an improved version, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, I think this is what, like, if Edward Thompson tried to streamline his Thompson Pacifics, this is what I would have liked to see this if this was real. Like, if this was real, I would have actually liked this. I would have liked the Thompson Pacifics. But no. What I'm trying to say is that, okay, the Streamlined Thompson Pacifics look way more better than the actual Thompson Pacifics, in my opinion. So, number 500, Edward Thompson, I think the A2 stroke 3, I think. I'm not sure. Or maybe it could be A2 stroke 1, I'm not sure. I don't know. These names, these classes are just so confusing sometimes. So yeah, this looks very cool. So it actually reminds me of a German DB Class 10. Because of the front part. It kind of reminds me of that engine. And I actually kind of like the class. It's one of my favorite German steam engines. So I think this one looks pretty good. So yeah. Edward Thompson as a streamlined engine. Good. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay. This. An LNER Peppercorn 482 mountain type. This is absolutely peak. This is stunning. Okay, this is just so stunning and so proportional in every single way, in my opinion. I mean, just look at it. I may love it because of the blue livery, but like the wheels are even painted blue. Oh my. Okay, the blue on this engine just makes this look way more better. Okay, a Peppercorn mountain type is just great. That is absolutely awesome. I love this one. Maybe so. This so far is actually my favorite imaginary steam engine out of all of them. This is actually my favorite one so far. Well, fingers crossed that this might stay as my favorite one, because if it does, then I don't know what to say other than say that I wish that this thing would have existed. This would be awesome. Like, if this was existed, this, I dare say, actually would have been way more better than the Peppercorn Pacifics. Because, you know, I like a mountain type, well, mostly for American engines, but like, a 482 mountain type designed by Arthur Peppercorn, with these smoke deflectors and, okay, this would be so good. I love them. Whoever did this, thumbs up to you. No, double thumbs up, actually, because this looks so awesome. Wow, perfect. I adore this thing so much. Lovely. Next one. Oh, this is it looks like a Great Western. A Great Western 460, or a Victorian styled 460 called Badminton. That looks pretty good, actually. But there is one issue, and more of a question. Where is the tender? I mean, this looks like a tender engine, but where is the tender? I mean, like, if without the tender, it would be not complete. But I'll just try to imagine that it had like, what, like a Great Western Dean Goods tender or something. So yeah, or a Dean single tender. So that's pretty good, actually. Not that much to say, but that's pretty good. Oh, I have seen this one before. It's average. I'm not a big fan of this. I mean, like, it looks the design is interesting. Like a Great Western 080 Pannier tank engine, but it's just that the boiler's placed a bit too high. And it's like, how much, like, look how high it is. But the space between the boiler and the footplate is, no, not really my cup of tea. Oh, it's the Great Western Great Bear, or the Little Bear, but only if it was a Atlantic. Oh my god. I don't know. To be honest with you, it's not good, but it's also not terrible either. I mean, like how can you call this terrible? Like, it looks interesting. Okay, it's just an interesting design. It's not one of my favorites, to be honest, but yeah, sorry, but it's not the best. Not really my cup of tea. Oh, okay. Speaking of the Great Western Bear series, I would call it the Bear series. This is the Greater Bear. The Great Western Great Bear was a Pacific, but now it's a 464 Hudson. Oh, I don't know. The tender looks a bit too small, actually. The tender looks a bit too small for an engine from that size. Okay, if it had like a Great Western Cathedral tender, a very big Hawksworth tender, or a big or a big Charles Collet tender, then that would have been very good. So, but not really good. What the hell is this? What is it with that tender? Why is the tender so tiny? Okay, look. I'm not the biggest fan of side tank tender engines, like tender engines that have side tanks. I'm not the biggest fan, but at least... Okay, look. Why does it even have a tender if it has literally a coal bunker, as we can see? What's the purpose of having a tender with this tank engine literally has a coal bunker on the back of its cab? So what's the purpose of having a tender? And literally, why is the tender so tiny? It looks like it's from like a very old Great Western engine. But the engine is so big. Why? Now that looks atrocious. That is weird. I do not like this thing at all. No, get it away from me. Oh. Wow. Okay, this one. Okay, a Great Western Railway Pacific tank engine. That looks great. Look, I like big tank engines, and this looks pretty good. I mean, like, that looks very awesome. I mean, like, I don't know why this thing never existed, because that would have made such a great tank engine. Like, I would have still liked the Large Prairies, but that would be like my second favorite tank engine, since, I don't know, this looks so good. Very awesome. Oh, now this one. Okay, so role reversal this time. It's kind of like the one from the last one, but there's a few differences. Number one, it's in a different shade of green. Number two, the cold mark is a bit longer. Also, instead of being a 462, it's now a 264, or a backwards Pacific. So yeah, still pretty good. Not that much to say, but I have the same opinions about it in the last one. So next. Oh, this one now. It's average. Not really the best, but no, it's average. It's average. Oh, that's literally the same as the last one, only that instead of a 280, it's a mogul. You know, that actually is pretty good. I mean, like, this is what James the Red Engine would have been based off if he was a Great Westerner. I think this one would work very good. I mean, like, I would have liked to have seen images of this thing if it was real, since, you know, I like this. That's a pretty good looking engine. Like it. Very good. Oh. Ugh. No, please, okay. I do not like this one. Because, well, I mean, just look at it. This just looks a bit... Okay, so this is basically a Great Western Railway 15XX... No. A Great Western Railway 64XX or a 57XX pannier tank, whatever these panniers, which has the wheelbase of a Great Western Railway Hawksworth 15XX pannier. Look, I like the 15XX panniers, but it just looks a bit lazy too. I mean, like, look at it. Like, without I can't even see any footplate at all. It just looks weird. And also, not to mention the pistons. They look a bit too big. And also, the arms, I will call them, holding the piston, they look so placed so from like this. Like if somebody was having his arms placed like, well, not that far, but like this all the time. It looks weird. Oh, this, okay, kind of the same. I think that's probably like the tank engine version. Tank engine? Why is it's a tender engine, for God's sake? I'm such an idiot sometimes. But nope, I still like myself despite how I act. But nope, this thing, okay, it's the same as the last one. This looks so unproportional. Nothing that much to say about it. No. Ooh, a Great Western Railway. I can call it, is it a castle? But I can't even, I don't know whether to say it. I mean, like, it says Compound Castle in the nameplate, but the footplate just doesn't look like it's from a castle. So, but I'm gonna call this a castle class anyway. So it's a Great Western Castle, but only if it has Volscholz what do you want to call it? I'm gonna call it Volscholz valve gear. That's a pretty interesting idea. The design is interesting, not gonna lie, but I think it's actually quite good. I mean, like, if I saw a Great Western Railway Express tender engine with Volscholz valve gear, that would be pretty something, I guess. So, yeah, compound castle with a Volscholz valve gear, Volscholz, whatever you want to pronounce it, I call it Volscholz valve gear. Pretty good one, pretty good. Okay, a BR standard. I forgot what it was supposed to be called. So this is basically if Robert Riddles made his own version of the Great Western Railway 15XX panniers. Nope. Do not like this one at all. No, not my cup of tea. Get out of here, dude. Ooh. Okay. This is what Great Western Railway's attempt at streamlining should have looked like. This is what Manor Castle and King Henry VII should have looked like when they were streamlined. This is what they should have looked like, not the stupid bullet-shaped smoke box. It should have looked like this, with this very awesome, almost Australian-like smoke box and skyline casing. That looks awesome. This is what Great Western Railway streamlining should have looked like, not the very stupid bullet-shaped smoke boxes, which some people think that this is not a steam engine, it's a bullet on wheels. No offense to the guys who actually do like the ones, but like I said, I can't help it. It's like, this is my opinion. I can't help but express my opinions on this topic. So yeah, sorry about that. But like, this looks good. This is what Manor Castle and King Henry VII should have looked like when they got streamlined. This looks great. Like it. Oh man. What the hell is this design? Oh. No comment. Moving on. The BR Standard 8 Class 280. Okay. This is what the BR Standard 8s should have looked like. I mean, like, we all know that the real BR Standard 8 was the most failed out of the BR Standards, the 71,000 Experimental Duke of Gloucester. I'm not the biggest fan of Duke of Gloucester, but like, this is what the Standard 8 should have looked like. Robert Riddles' answer to the LMS Stania 8F. This looks awesome. This is great. This is what the Standard 8 should have looked like. I mean, honestly, this is great. I mean, whoever did this Photoshop, that you've done a good job. And also, if this model actually is real, then whoever made this, if this is an actual model, if it's not a Photoshop, then again, thumbs up to you. And also, if the guy who made this, if this is a model, then if he's planning to sell some of them, he might make different versions of them, I would definitely buy them, since they actually look so stunning. This is what the standard 8 should look like. I'll put like a standard 8F or something. Oh, this is basically the same thing. That's still a standard 8, but only with the smoke deflectors. That still looks pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, it's technically not a fictional engine, since in a way it does exist. But it doesn't exist in full size. It exists like in miniature gauge, but it still runs on steam. It runs on coal and steam. But should I say that this technically is real? Or is it still... I mean, it is fictional, but like... Can I still... I don't know. Can I call this a fictional since it actually does exist, but only in miniature gauge? I don't know. Who am I to ask? The BR Standard 1060. Okay, no. Okay. BR Standards, especially the BR Standard tanks. Whenever I see a BR Standard, including tank engines, without a front bogie or a back bogie, it makes me want to vomit, honestly, since it's so uncanny and unproportional. It's just weird. No, this is just weird. No. I do not like this. No. A BR Standard 5MT tank. Okay, I can tell this is a Photoshop from a Bachmann BR Standard 5, and the side tanks and the back and the bunker from a Bachmann BR Standard 4 MT tank number 80135. I mean, like, okay, before I get into my opinions on the model that needs improvement to this Photoshop, number one, to the one who created this Photoshop, you need to add the green color to the boiler to be a bit, and on the cylinders, and on the running button for plate to make it a bit more complete. But you know, so now onto the actual. What do I think of a BR Standard 5MT tank? I mean, of a British tank engine with a 464 wheel configuration. Pretty good, actually. Not that much to say, but like, honestly, like, even though I much more prefer the BR Standard 5MTs how they were as 460s, that's still good. Very good. Now for the last one, the Great Western Railway Cathedrals. Okay, look, I have a confession to make. I used to despise the Great Western Cathedrals, saying that they were too chubby and too stretched. But now, I actually like them. Yeah, I said it. I actually now like the Great Western Railway Cathedrals, and it's actually my second favorite concept engine, actually. Well, my first favorite is the Peppercorn Mountain type, but this is absolutely awesome in my opinion. So, before I get into my actual thoughts on this engine, well, I actually did express my opinions, and I said this is very good. I'll tell you, I just now realized the real reason why I didn't like the Cathedrals in the first place is because the trains model of the Cathedrals looks nothing like the one presented in, like, you know, Train Simulator Classic, because the boiler is way too massive and the overall engine's way too wide. Like, it kind of more fits on, like, broad gauge. But now looking at images in Train Simulator Classic, well, which is made by Caledonia Works, this looks awesome. Especially in blue. In my opinion, okay, look, if they make a Great Western Cathedral for trains, but in how it looks like in this image, then I'll probably create this into a character for the Deer Valley for the Tales of Deer Valley Railway as like a visitor to the railway. So yeah, I actually do like the Cathedrals now. I used to hate them, but let's just ignore the fact that I actually hated the Cathedrals in the past because you know how everything goes. So just ignore that I used to despise the Cathedrals, but now I actually now think different, and I think that these are absolutely awesome locomotives. These are great. Like them. Okay, the best way to describe them, they're basically the LMS Princess Royals, but only if they were built by Swindon. Okay, take two. The best way to describe the Great Western Cathedrals is the LMS Stania Princess Royals, but only if they were built in Swindon Works by the Great Western Railway. Then we have a look. Like, both the Cathedrals and the Princess Royals have some similarities. I mean, look. Like, I'll put an image of a Princess Royal next to the Cathedral. I mean, look. Can you see how they're a bit identical? I mean, you can see the differences, but, like, they do look a bit identical. So yeah, this is my video. Nothing that much to say, and I'm not even gonna say my outro, because, you know, you'll know what I'm gonna say. So, yeah, have a nice day, and see you all soon. And yeah, have a nice day. Goodbye.